Hey everybody, Rosemutter here, and welcome to my reaction and discussion for episodes 33 and 34 of the Death Note anime. The last episode, Light had pretty much like the best luck ever. So he had a little bit of an L at the beginning. I say L, not that L, but I mean like he took an L, where it seemed like he was going to be able to get En's information. He had him trapped in a building, and Misa was watching with her Shinigami eyes, ready to get his name and his face to kill him. But En predicted that something like this was going to happen and managed to distract the mob that were trying to break down into the building enough that he was able to escape. But I mean, after that, everything just went his way. I think he sensed that he was going to be trapped in a corner with the rest of the Cure Task Force having some suspicions about him. And knowing that, he gave his death note to just a random person that he found on TV. The guy's name is Makami, a prosecutor, and it turned out to be pretty much the best decision he could have made because this guy worships Kira. He has like a backstory where he was bullied and he always had a sense of justice, right versus wrong, except his is even more intense and even more black and white than Light's is, where even he thinks that like his own mother deserved to die because she didn't agree with him standing up for like the weak. He thinks even lazy people deserve to die. So he is taking on the role of Kira with aplomb, and he is just knocking people out. And not only that, but his ex-girlfriend, I hesitate to even call her a girlfriend, but the girl that he went out with a bit in university, her name was Kiyomi, I believe. Let me just double check that. Kiyomi. So Kiyomi is now a TV newscaster, and she is also on the side of Kira, and Light knew this. And Kiyomi actually is in contact with Makami, and the two of them are working together to spread the like word of Kira. And Light actually managed to get her in on his side. He told her that he is Kira, basically saying like Misa means nothing to him. He needs someone more intelligent, a more intelligent woman to become like his goddess or his whatever, the woman by his side to take over the world. And she's fully on board with this. So he has control of the press. He's got like the perfect, like Patsy, the perfect protege to take on, his beliefs, and he looks completely innocent because Misa doesn't have the book anymore. She's lost um, all of her memories. Light looks like he's not guilty anymore, and how in the world is En going to figure out that this random prosecutor is the new Kira when he had his sights set on Light as Kira? So things are looking up for him. I don't know if Nier's going to be able, and is just going to be able to pull something out of his ass to find out that this random prosecutor is now Kira, but it'll be interesting to see with him, with Light seemingly having everything working out for him, if he's going to have his downfall, because with the ups comes the downs. So we're going to see. He's in a pretty good position right now. So we'll get into it. We'll watch these episodes, and of course, I will give you guys my thoughts afterwards. And yeah, we will see what happens. I hope you're looking forward to it. Let's go. Yeah, and figured it out, just like Elle did. But this is, now that Light doesn't have control over it anymore, like I said, how is En going to be able to figure this out? And I love that he's working both sides. He's like, he has it so that he's pretending to go out with Kiyomi and have her, like, monitor her while he's also brought her onto his side to give the information to the world that he wants. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how En's going to figure this out. Oh, so okay, so he's gonna have, is he actually gonna have a face-to-face? That would be really stupid of him to do. Because he knows about the Shinigami, right? The Shinigami eyes. Or I don't know if he knows about the Shinigami eyes, but he knows... Yeah, I think he does, because I believe one of the Kira Task Force said that. Gave him that information. Like, he's kind of see that kiddishness. Like, is he nervous to go on an airplane by himself? And he's got his toys. Just like with Elle, you know, a little childish, but also genius, too. NHN. He's still got that face. Like, he's still suspicious of him. Even when they investigated Light's apartment, they couldn't find anything. And then Mello had some surveillance over his apartment, too, which was interesting. I think maybe to see how he's going to react. He's okay, so he knows that much. How did he figure that out, or did one of those guys give Near that information? I mean, if these guys are working together, N should know that information. I love it. He totally knows that Light is Kira. And he's just like telling him exactly what his plan is to see how he's gonna go. Like how he's gonna react. Hmm. I love the dramatic this here. Just kind of like with Elle. All I can think of during all this is I wish this had been Elle. N's just not doing for me like Elle is. He doesn't have the same kind of quirks. Elle is just such a quirky. I miss him. I really miss him. And then there's Mello too. He's just kind of like the wild card. Like I don't know if he's gonna come into play at this at all. He's just kind of in the background. I feel like Light kind of likes this at the same time. It would be almost too boring if he was just able to do this without any issues at all. I mean, what's the fun in playing a game if there's no competition? Okay, so he's saying that there is. He's figured all this out. So he's figured out about Misa without actually knowing it's Misa. And then he also has learned that there was also another Kira somehow. He's figured all of this out. Wow. It's kind of, I don't know. I find it's kind of lame that like we don't get to see his thought process of how he came to that. Like it with Elle, we got to see exactly how he came to his conclusions. But with him, he's just like, oh yeah, there's another one. He's got the notebook, and also the Kiyomi's working with them too. He's making sure to do it the way that Elle would want. I feel like Mello would not do it the same way. And that's probably Mello himself recognized that, and he was just like, all right, I guess I'm not fit to be the successor. Oh, and no video. I feel like Matsuda's just a like a little, not a pervert, but he's like a voyeur a little bit. He likes to watch. How convenient that Light managed to convince them to not have any video. I want you to punish as Kira. That whole delete. Here's the thing. Does like the Death Note, they've had this thing for at least, what, 5 years? And it hasn't run out of pages yet, especially the rate this guy's going. And Light, he was going a lot too, killing a lot of people. Oh shit. Fake notebook. Okay, Light, what have you got planned here? It would be wild if the Kira Task Force secretly tapped her phone and had all this information, but they didn't tell Light about it. They knew she was secretly like, oh man, what is going on here? So she's gonna be getting some of those blank, because it was a whole thing about like punish as Kira. I wonder if she feels okay being this involved with it, or she's just going along with it because she's in love with Light. Oh, that was the woman. Yeah, one of them looks a little different than the others, right? They should have got someone a little bit more, I don't know, who could be undercover. You see the other three in her, and she sticks out like a sore thumb. She was the one that got the gun pointed at her by Mello, I believe, while she was in the shower. He'll probably be able to figure it out very quickly that it's Mikami. Well, okay, well, he's going Super Saiyan here. What in the world? Is he just be like, of course, of course. Wow, just it's I know he's supposed to be a genius, but it gets a little hard to believe that he's able to like come to the conclusions seemingly so easily and always be right. At least with L, like he doubted himself sometimes and sometimes he was wrong. But like Nier seems to always be bang on every time, and it's just a little bit like, ugh, really? Hard to believe. But I guess we're almost done, right? He has to come to that conclusion. Poor Misa has just been cast to the side by the show, by Light. She's kind of run out her usefulness. I wonder if she's going to be disposed of at some point. Oh shit. What's going on here? Is there going to be a cat fight going on? Oh my god, Misa. She is gonna get herself killed. I wonder if she knows that the blonde is an undercover agent. Like, she definitely stands out compared to the other bodyguards. It's like Misa herself knows that she's been replaced. She's like, I need some airtime here. Hmm. Oh. Look at that. And knows. He's just like, very interesting. Why you wouldn't videotape it. Probably because Light told you to do that. Now that I can understand how they could make to that conclusion, but it's all the other stuff that N just like figured out, kind of like off screen, that's kind of annoying. Are you gonna be like L, or are you gonna say a high possibility? It's like, 7% chance. I think that's one of the reasons I liked L more, is because like he seemed sure of himself, but at the same time he also like was willing to admit that the chances of him being right were low. Oh, Misa, you might be dying soon. Replacing one of Light's girls for the new one, the new hotness. Private room, eh? Oh shit, she gonna take them both out? This feels very appropriate as we're coming up to Christmas pretty soon. I have a feeling Misa and Lindner, is that her name, are not going to make it to Christmas. Oh. Oh. I'm so curious about what's gonna happen here. I mean, Misa's not my favorite character, but I feel bad for her. I don't think it's gonna go well for her here. Mmm. She gonna smirk here, be like, I call bullshit on that. No. Wow, she just called her straight up. Wow, Misa. Maybe calm down with the drinking, loose lips and all that. Oh, that's right. That's right. I Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I mentioned it literally at the beginning and I forgot she lost all of her memories. She lost all her memories of that. Whoa. That definitely got to her. Oh. She's like, you stupid girl. I think that was the moment that she realized, like, oh yeah, she doesn't know. She has no idea. Interesting. I wonder what the point of that. I thought she was going to kill Misa there, but maybe it was just kind of to see how much she knew. She looks very smug about it. I wonder if Light told her about Misa not having any memories? But then if that were the case, why would she need to have that, you know, dinner with her to, I don't know, what was the point of that? What's the point of that dinner? And then bringing her, too. No, there was another reason for it. There must have been. I don't know, like, was that really all that was for? I have a hard time believing that Kiyomi literally only set up that dinner just to suss out Misa and Light's relationship. This is a confusing episode. Nothing's really happening so far. That's the fake book, right? And saying delete out loud, that's not suspicious at all. I mean, he must know. Well, I mean, come on, that was a little bit too obvious. Come on, he must have known that that guy was watching him. There must be a reason for this. I feel what even happened in that episode? I don't know. That one was I'm sure they're all setting it up for something and I'm just too stupid to figure it out. That whole thing about making the fake notebook, except, he wrote in it and the guy got killed. I mean, I don't know. Mikami seems like a smart guy. The fact that he would do that out in the open and literally say delete out loud and then the person would die immediately seems a little suspicious. And then, like, what was up with the dinner? There must be a reason for these things, but I don't know. That, like, it felt like nothing really happened in that episode. Hopefully, the next one, like, we'll get to see the culmination of what they're planning here. I'm also wondering about that engagement thing. If, like, I don't know if Misa was just saying that to upset her, or if that's actually something that Light told her. I don't know, to keep her. Because he can't use the whole thing about, like, Kira to make her obsessed with him. I know she just loves Light as a person, not just because he's Kira, but. And then there's this whole thing about this notebook. This feels like he did this on purpose. Like the fact he was so obvious about it with someone watching. Like, I don't know, that he couldn't have looked more obvious if he tried. This must be This must be part of the plan. I don't know, maybe Light's even trying to set up Mikami to, like, get arrested or something with the fake notebook? That must be why there's the fake notebook. What is Light's plan here? Please, I need this episode to, like, answer some questions and, like, have more stuff happen than the last one. Yeah, we haven't seen Ryuk in a little bit. Will he get him to try and touch the notebook? But if it's a fake notebook, then nothing will happen. I'm assuming he's... I don't know if he's got the real notebook right now or not. Finally, thank you. Someone's thinking. Aizawa's really stepped up. Ever since he cut his hair, it's just like I don't know, he just got even sharper. He's got like the more professional haircut. He's getting smarter. I'm glad someone's thinking that because it did seem really suspicious. Really, nobody's gonna like suspect the fact that he said whenever he meets up with Kiyomi that like there's no video anymore, even though they had no problem with video before. Alright? Thank you. I'm glad someone's put their thinking pants on here. Look at that. Ah, that's like an L move. That's some good detective work. To see if anybody messed with the notepad. I love it. Oh, Matsuda. He hasn't grown up at all. This is just like a reality show for him. I like that Aizawa's taken over for like his Light's father and been like, okay, gotta be serious, guys. Oh, Light, are they escaping you? Because like he's got no feelings for people, so he doesn't understand feelings. She was in charge of Kira's killing before T. As he's like, this is why I keep her around, because I have to. Oh, wouldn't it be crazy if she ended up getting jealous and then just killed Light? Oh, okay, now she sees it even more like, I'm special. I'm special. Like, ugh. They really are treating this. Like, I'm glad that someone's treating this seriously. Thank you. Oh my gosh. He's always shot up. Matsuda, he's funny, but he gets on my nerves sometimes. He doesn't seem to take things seriously. You think that the wiretap would pick up on, like, the ripping of the notebook. Oh, he said it said erased, but she said arrested, right? As I think he's setting up Mikami to be like his fall guy, and then he's gonna get the notebook back. And just keep going, maybe finding more people. Is this what he's doing? Is he setting up Mikami to be like his fall guy and get arrested? And he has no idea who Light is. Like, he doesn't know that Light's Kira, I think? I don't know. I love it. Aizawa was like, he's not buying this. Oh, it'd be so great if Aizawa was the one who ended up bringing him down. Is he talking to Ryuk? And he saw the little thing move there on the bottom? Is that Ryuk, like, moving it around? Yes. Okay. Is that one of the pieces of paper from the notebook? That whole thing about enhance, enhance, it actually worked. Oh, okay, so Ryuk hasn't appeared since. Where's Ryuk off to? He's still working with Light, I assume. I feel like he's connected with Light, kind of like Rem was with Misa. Even though Light doesn't technically have the book anymore and isn't the owner of the book, I feel like Ryuk's like weirdly attached to Light. I don't know. Maybe because he finds him interesting. Because Ryuk does whatever Light tells him to, so maybe Ryuk's off doing his own thing that Light told him to do? I don't know. He's gonna go and check that notebook. Who knows? Maybe he did put in a secret wiretap that Light didn't know about. Not even a wiretap. They had a wiretap, but I mean like a video to see them passing notes. But all he'd have to do is just check the notebook because he marked it, right? Or did they bring their own? Oh, okay. There we go. Two of the 4 marks are gone. It's nice to see someone actually doing some detective work. With L gone, it's like, it's up to Aizawa. He's got to be the one to kind of like actually do some work instead of just listening. Oh yeah, right. He can't see him just in case. He's just like a child, even younger than L. Aw, poor Isawa, he's just like... Oh my god, Nier's like, oh, that's adorable. You're a little behind, but thank you. Thank you for your help. I know this stuff already. Oh man, does this mean they're setting up... They're setting up Aizawa to be killed, I feel like, because he's going to be the closest to figuring things out, other than N, of course. Aw, he's like, but I worked so hard. I thought I did good. feel kind of bad. He was so proud of himself. Oh god, ends his and there's Mello. They look so creepy. Very unflattering. Now let's see if he actually listens. Hopefully he won't be like Matsuda and go off and do something stupid to prove himself. It's a good thing that it's Aizawa who seems to be definitely more, I don't know, like willing to listen and be mature rather than Matsuda be like, no, I'm gonna figure this out on my own. I'll prove to you I'm capable and I'm not gonna have a kid do all the work. And then Misa said she was going to announce her engagement. I wonder if that's going to come as a surprise to Light. What's going on here? What's this? And of course, Misa has no information because she lost her memories. Poor Misa, I feel kind of bad. She has no idea what's going on. Oh shit, okay. So he told them about the notepad. So I wonder if all of them know about it. So we got more people suspecting Light. But En couldn't possibly know about Misa not having her memories, right? There's got to be some stuff En doesn't know about. I wonder if Light feels a little smug about this because he knows Misa knows nothing. I wonder if he knows that Moki is suspecting him a little bit. Of course, he knows that too. Somehow she's not actually Kira. So he knew that. So he intentionally did this for some reason. So, interesting. Okay, what do they got planned here? The En took Misa in, even knowing that she most likely knew nothing, for some reason. Once again, I feel real dumb. Like, I'm sure that there's like this plan in motion, and maybe it's obvious what they're trying to do, but I don't understand until it actually happens. And this is probably going to be the fake notebook, right? Okay, but it's going to be the fake notebook, right? So nothing's going to happen. Did Light somehow know that most likely someone was going to be trailing Mikami and have a fake notebook for that reason? And then maybe they'd be like, oh, he's just a fanboy, he just made his own notebook or something? I don't know. It's like if he touches the notebook and nothing happens, it'd be like, oh, I guess he's not actually Kira. Okay, but he's saying that's a possibility, that even if he doesn't see the Shinigami, he still doesn't trust him. I'm still wondering, where is Ryuk, though? Where did he go off to? Absolutely nothing is going to happen. Yep. It's so dramatic for absolutely nothing. Okay, alright. Okay, so now we're going back to this whole thing about, like, it could be someone being controlled to do this. Hmm, interesting. Okay, okay. Okay, it's nice to see that N is actually has a wrong conclusion. Give T the order, tell you once everything's been confirmed. Okay. Well, I'm glad things are kind of moving along here. He's gonna get caught one of these times, I feel like. I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, well, another thing where I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to feel about these episodes. I feel dumb. I mean, we still have a couple more episodes to go, so I feel like this is they're laying down the pieces. They're setting up the big plan that N has, and also whatever plan Light has with this fake notebook or whatever. But I'm just like, I feel like I didn't learn much in these episodes. Alright, well, unlike the last few episodes where it felt like a lot happened, things that were obvious to me, you know, especially with like last week with the whole thing about the new Kira with Mikami, with Kiyomi. It's just like stuff that was like, whoa, crazy moments. This one felt more like the setups to the last few episodes. We've got kind of like the moving parts of the plans, both on Near side and on Light side. Problem is that I'm not quite sure what's going on. Like, I can see some things happening, like maybe like Near is just kind of collecting more information to really nail down his hypothesis about, Kira and the ex Kira and all that stuff. The thing that frustrated me with this episode is just En coming to these conclusions kind of like almost off screen. Like he was able to make that connection about like, oh, Kiyomi is working with Kira and Light is Kira, which I mean he's already said that multiple times. But just being able to be like, oh, this guy Mikami, that's the ex Kira, and he's got the notebook, and he's working for Light, and and Light is working with both of them. Like he was just able to figure that out. And we didn't get to see how he came to that conclusion. That's what I liked with L, was like he would go step by step and he would take you through his thought process. And that's what I really like about these types of shows, is the thought process of these geniuses and like how they come to that conclusion. But with Nier, it felt like it was a little unearned, so that was a little frustrating. Like I get it, he's a genius, but it just, I don't know, it felt like we should have come along with him as he figured all that stuff out. But at least he did have a couple of moments where he was like incorrect. Like that, what was it? The thing about where he thought that his guy Giovanni or whatever was being controlled by the notebook to say that he didn't see a Shinigami, when most likely it was that fake notebook that Light told Mikami to make. And then he also has Kiyomi with the pages, so she's got some pages too. So there's a reason for that. I'm assuming that she can write things down, or maybe she's gonna give the notes to Light, and then he's gonna write things down. And I don't know. I just that's how I wrap up these episodes. I don't know what just happened. I'm glad Aizawa, he had his moment of being a detective, and I feel bad he got shot down by Nier. He seemed so proud of himself that like he got the proof that they were passing notes to each other. Nier was like, yeah, whatever. You're not doing me any good. Just keep watching Light. That's all you're good for. Like it felt so bad. So I I want this to end with Light being captured and punished. Maybe I don't think he can be captured and punished. I think he's going to have to be killed. I think that's the only way to stop him. Is I mean, if he was put away, great, without like the use of the notebook. He can't have the notebook anymore. They take out Kiyomi, they take out uh what's oh my god, I'm forgetting their names. Like Kiyomi and Mikami, because like they will probably follow Light to death. So like take them out, get them away from the notebook where they can't have the notebook anymore, and arrest Light for good. Get all of them away from the notebook. Get rid of the notebook, bury it somewhere so nobody else can ever have it again. But I feel like the only way to stop him is by killing him. And I feel like Aizawa, he's been set up, like he's been so good about, suspecting Light for a while, and he had his moment where like he did some real detective work, and I want him to be rewarded. I want him to be the one to take him down. This like Nier guy, he just kind of showed up, and I'm not crazy about his character, to be honest. Mello is just almost like a non-existent entity at this point. I don't want him swooping in and taking out Light. I want it to be someone where it feels like it was earned. And unfortunately, because L is dead, and he would be the one I would think is the most, like, the one who's earned it the most, I feel like Aizawa, he's the one I want to take Light down once and for all. Whether it's by killing him or by just taking him into custody and like, having him serve his time. That's how I want it to go. But the thing is, like, the way that the world sees Kira as like he's this bringer of justice and stuff, I feel like if Light were to be revealed as Kira and then he were like arrested or killed, then I feel like the world would be in turmoil again. So I feel like it would have to be a secret. Kira just disappears and nobody knows who he actually was. So I feel like it is going to end with Light's either his demise or like his downfall. His hubris is just getting to be too much, and it's the whole thing about the higher you are, the lower you fall, all that stuff. So, but I don't want it to be Nier. I want it to be Aizawa. I feel like he's earned it. Maybe Matsuda even, like, he'll just come like as the goofball who's just nobody takes him seriously. Maybe he'll be the one to come and serve justice. But yeah, these episodes, I have to admit, I do feel like I was a little bit of a dummy. I felt like I was trying to play catch up. The characters were all like they had their plans, and I'm just trying to figure it out. Um, but I don't know, like it just felt like, especially the first episode, it felt like there was a whole lot of nothing going on. Like that whole dinner with Misa and Kiyomi, I was like, what was the whole point of that? It just felt like just girls snarking on each other over who Light truly loves. I don't know. It just it felt like, especially with so few episodes, I'm like, really, that's all we got. So I am hoping that like the next couple of episodes, because they are the last episodes, we are really gonna kick it into high gear. We're almost done, and I will be watching the last 3 episodes all in one go because it has been recommended to me. That's probably the best way to do it. So it'll be an extra long episode to make up for what I think these were some of the weaker episodes I've watched so far this season. Um, I expect that it's going to end on a high note, I hope anyway. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that, to the finale of my Death Note reaction discussion next week. And then I will have a special video for you guys after I'm done with the anime. So of course I will announce that next week at the end of my episode. But what did you guys think of these episodes? Were you disappointed when you first watched these as well? What do you think about Nier in comparison to L? I mean, to me, like, I have had people say that L is like there's no replacing him, and it's true. It's just like it feels like since N has been introduced, it's kind of slid down a little bit in quality. Then I agree with that. So I want to know what you guys think about that, and I hope you are excited next week for the finale of the Death Note anime. I certainly am. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, catch next week for the finale. And I am very excited to see how this ends. So until then, take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Kaori Makoto, Revealing Storm, Jared Fan, Tequila Mockingbird, Izzy Ibo, Joel Oostman, Asborn Kennedy, Harry Gazif, Icognito, Locus Corollas, Wusing Chrysalis, and Zoran Ether.